Hey there, I'm back. 2 days in a row, getting back in the swing of it. Welcome my YouTube buddies to the OCGFAM show. Thanks for stopping in. Today, another Tim video, but first, had a question from TV Time Mom, and thank you for the early birthday wishes. Why am I talking funny? I'm still a little rusty for missing that week. A little early, 19th is the birthday, but thank you anyway, very sweet. And you also asked about doing foliar feeding, and how long does it last? This is relevant to the conversation. So, the bloom chaos, not long at all. Put it in the bottle, put it on the plant. You start getting a reaction in there. Trigger these sorts of things, 24 hours, but, you know, 24 hours, that's about the time you're going to be feeding again, I guess, so maybe you can get 2 feedings out of it, but it seems like it would be better to just mix a small amount. Now, that's an interesting thing, too. The Megaphos here, the dilution rate for this is 1/16 of a teaspoon per gallon. So I pulled out my teaspoons here. These are my measuring cups. And my best one here is half. Now, I may have lost the quarter. I don't know, but I never had a 16th. So what I'm thinking, there's probably on the Amazons or somewhere on the internets, very small measuring spoons, like for an 1/8 and a 16th, maybe a 32nd, who knows. So I'm gonna look around to get some of those, maybe put them on the site so you got one-stop shopping for that. But what I would recommend is instead of using a big 30, hold on, I'm coming right back. I'm looking for something, I'll be right there, hold on. Instead of using one of these bad mama jammas, why don't you use one of these, and instead of doing a 1/4 teaspoon, do an 1/8 of a teaspoon. That's my advice to you on that. Now let's get to the video. Cloning. Tim was here, did a bunch of videos, and cloning, you know, some people know how to do it, some people don't. If you know how to do it, it's pretty straightforward. If you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to do it. So this video is the basics, all the way up to a little more advanced about which products you use and how to actually do the thing. So, cloning video. Watch this. I love you. I'll see you after the video. Watch the video. So cloning. A lot of people been doing it their whole lives, they know how to do it. And they will say to someone who doesn't know how to do it, it's easy. And they're like, well, easy for you to say. So, not complicated, but gotta be done just so, right? So how do you clone something? What's the deal? First of all, I wanted to like film you like doing it so we can see the actual motions and stuff. But what do you use as part of your cloning process? What are the things you use?
So I use two main things for my cloning. I use Dr. Root and I use SLF100. SLF100 is a microbial enzyme product that's great for promoting roots, great for conditioning soils, making sure the plugs stay nice and healthy, making sure no bad bacteria or bad fungi can establish.
Okay.
And then Dr. Root is a all-natural rooting aid that has aloe vera, has mycorrhizae, has azospirillum bacteria, and also has a specific blend of rooting microbes that release rooting compounds around the plant that tells the plant to produce roots. A lot of a comparison product would be like Clonex or Olivia's or KLN.
Sure.
And those are synthetic hormones.
Some sort of chemical thing, something made in a lab.
Yep, chemical that's been synthesized in a lab. Some of them can be carcinogens. Some of them can be dangerous for us. No, not the best. But in general, using anything synthetic in an organic crop production situation isn't the best idea. So we use Dr. Root and SLF as our natural rooting products.
Okay.
It's real simple. We just put some Dr. Root powder in there, some SLF, mix it up, and then we soak the cuttings. We soak our plugs in it, and then we plant the cutting right in the plug. Easy peasy.
I'm gonna do the thing, and you show me how to do it.
Yeah,
okay.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So here's the things you're gonna need. You're gonna need your trusty scalpel. You're gonna need a teaspoon, and you're gonna need some type of device to measure liquid with. A syringe works, a pipette works. But what we're going to do is dilute the Dr. Root and the SLF into water. Take our cutting, soak the cutting, and then plant the cutting. So the way we do this is we first start with the Dr. Root. About 1/8 of a quart, so we take about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Nothing needs to be scientific, nothing needs to be crazy, just generalities work. And kind of just sprinkle it in. Give it a stir, mix it in real easy. Don't need to fight with it. So now our Dr. Root's in there. We're going to take our SLF. It's about an 1/8 teaspoon of Dr. Root, and this is about half quart, so it's about 1 ml of SLF. So get that in there, mix it up, and there's our cloning solution. Better than any rooting tonic, synthetic rooting tonic you can really get. Has your enzymes, bacteria, and has your aloe vera in it. Pretty much your all-in-one rooting tonic. So important. A couple things that are important, I should say, is making sure you have a clean scalpel, making sure you use gloves, you don't have any type of oils or any type of substance on your hands that can cause infection to occur when we take a cutting. And make sure all your stuff is as clean as you can get it. So clean scalpel. You want to take a cutting when it's about 3 nodes down. So say this is like the first node right here. 1, 2, 3 is this bottom one right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a cut, just like that. The idea is to strip away all the plant matter that we do not need and keep the plant matter that we do need to keep this process going. So we usually take the last 2 big branches on the bottom, because the tomatoes we're going to chop the flowers off also. And thus we have cutting with multiple different spots where the roots can grow. The reason why we plant where the cuts are taken is because these are all the hormone spots. These are where all the plant will route its hormones to start growing either new branches or new roots depending on where the environment takes it. I personally take off the flowers off tomatoes. I do the cuttings of them. And then from here, so simple. Your last cut that you need to make before you soak is a 45-degree angle, and this 45-degree angle makes is the best way to get roots to promote root growth on that incision. 45. Let her soak. We're going to let the cutting soak for about 15 minutes, just in the solution. Come back. We'll show you how to play them in plugs and show you how to get some clones going. Alright, 15 minutes has passed. Our cutting has soaked. We also soaked our rooting plug in Dr. Root and SLF for about 15 minutes as well. So what we're going to do is, now that this cutting has been soaked, we then take the end that got cut, insert it into the first hole, plant inside the plug. And we would do this with every single clone. And afterwards we would put this inside of a tray, then we put the dome on top. You might be asking at this point, why do we soak? Why even put a cutting into a solution? Why even putting a plug into a solution? And it's real simple. As soon as we take a cutting off of a plant, it creates a mini vacuum inside of the cutting itself. And the cutting's either going to take in 2 things. It's either going to take in air or it's going to take in the solution you plant it in. We want it to take in all the good microbes. We want it to take in all the good aloe vera and all the good humic acid and seaweed extracts, so that it fills the juice of the cutting with compounds that are going to cause root production to occur. And so we find that if we soak 15-30 minutes, that's all we really need. We get an increase in root production, and we also get an increase in survivability of our clones, which is even more important than making sure we get roots really fast. So this is just a real quick, easy way to guarantee that we have some success in our clones, NectarFam style.
Okay, so that was fun. I hope you found that enjoyable and educational as well. That's the show for today, and show coming tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be a little more in the swing of it. I still feel a little out of sorts from being off for a week, but we're getting back into it. I got some seriously good stuff coming for you. We're bringing in some good guys and some good stuff. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. For more information about anything on today's show, go to our website, OCGFAM.com. And if you buy anything while you're there, use the code OCGFAM2018. It's going to save you 20%, and you're going to have a lot of fun. The OCGFAM show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCGFAM show. See you tomorrow.